First game in Moody in a while, a back-and-forth game. Kind of just tell us what you thought.
Right. It's always fun to be in Moody. Clearly, we like our white jerseys. I just felt like we got back to playing like a team. We need to definitely pick up some things, but overall, I thought we played well together.
You started on a 12-0 run, four turnovers before they even scored a point. Just kind of talk to me about your hot start.
The starters came together and we were like, we need to start off strong. We haven't done that in a while. We got the tip, got the first points. I think that was our goal, and then that just got us on a roll, especially with our defense right after.
And then Erin Woodson, a fantastic night from her. What did you see from her on the floor?
Right. Day in, day out, Erin's going to give you everything she has, and I think she did a great job. We knew to give her the ball, let her go do her thing.
In that third quarter, they kind of, battled back, came out pretty hot. What did it take to kind of shift the momentum in your favor?
Right. I think we just had to stay grounded. We needed to come together and just play our game. I think our defense got a little shaky, but then we committed to what we needed to do and got it done.
Hey, we were keeping tally a little bit. I think it's like 20 charges now. So just talk about the charges, man. You get them all the time.
Right. I know whenever my girl beats me off the drive, I love when someone's there to help me take a charge, steal the ball. So I just try and do that for my teammates. It's so fun. It gets hype. It kind of changes the momentum of the game. And then we can just go on offense right away.
Awesome. You had 4 steals, you had 11 total. How big is you just playing defense, getting rebounds?
Right. I feel like my defense has definitely improved this year. I've really committed to just trying to up my game in that section because we have scores. We have Erin, we have Peyton. Tolly's come in, scored. And so I feel like if I can score but also contribute in another way, I feel like that helps.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
All right, Erin. 23, 14, and 6 for you tonight. Just what went well on the floor?
Yeah, I think just coming out with a lot of energy, I think that leads to a lot of success. Coming out and playing as hard as I can, playing my defense, going after the boards, just doing everything to get everyone involved. That was really what led to my own success, is just really trying to play as a team and play within the system. So.
And then a hot start, first 12 points went y'all's favor. What was kind of the emphasis starting the game?
Yeah, like Emma said, we wanted to come out strong, coming off a loss. Obviously, we want to avenge that and get a win after that. So we needed a good start, and that's what we did.
And then coming out of halftime, they went on a little bit of a run, got a couple hot hands. What did it take to shift the momentum in your favor?
Yeah, they are great shooters. We knew that coming in, so we had to adjust and know to get out to the shooters and go back to playing our game and playing defense and shutting them down. So.
And then 10 and 8 from Emma. What did you kind of see from her in terms of just doing what the team needed to get a win?
Yeah, she always is just doing what the team needs. She's the ultimate team first wins player. So, she's playing the 5 now, so a little bit out of her normal role, but she's been doing a great job. So really proud of her.
And then how big was it to just get back in Moody and get a win?
Yeah, it's so great. Our fans are great. We had a great crowd, a lot of students, so it was a lot of fun.
You nearly have a triple-double with 8 fouls drawn as well. Is that something you can work on or practice, or does that just kind of happen when you're out on the court?
Yeah, I think just going hard, you're going to be in the right position, not being late to the ball. So I think being the first to the ball really helps at times draw fouls, so that was one of my goals.
You added them in second chance points, 15-2, and only limited them to 2 offensive rebounds. What was working so well in the rebounding effort?
Yeah, one of our main keys to the game was to crash the boards, and they were playing a zone during the game, so we knew we could get in there, get rebounds, and so I think we did that well.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Coach, just kind of give us your thoughts on that game.
Ooh, win number 20. That's a big deal. Division I, mid-major programs, you win, you have a 20-win season. That's a huge accomplishment. So really proud of our team for getting it done tonight. It was fun to, get this win in Moody. Excited to be back here. I guess our last game was about the 7th. We've been gone for about 2.5 weeks. It seemed very foreign. getting prepared for a game today. But like Aaron and Emma mentioned, we have great fans. We have so many parents that come to the games, and just a lot of very loyal supporters, and so we gave them a good game today, and I think that we respond really well to their energy and them getting excited about things, and so fun to be back at home for sure.
Obviously a 12-0 start, you forced 4 turnovers right out the gates. What you kind of see from the team in that first bit?
Really proud of our starters for starting so well. We've had some slow starts lately, and I mean you couldn't have asked for a better start than that. However, we knew just from being at their place the last time we played Utah Tech, we're up 9-0, and then all of a sudden we've lost our lead. And so JD called a timeout, and I was like, look, remember what happened the last time we played them. And so our team is quite aware that Utah Valley can score fast and in a hurry with their three-point shooting, and they score so well in transition. And so we saw a lot of that in the second quarter. But what a great start. I mean, really good start. Credit our starters for doing that to start the first quarter, and then also the way that we started the third quarter as well and played that first 5 minutes.
Can you go back a little bit? You kind of mentioned it, but you guys in this game, there was a lot of times where they came back into the game, and then you guys kind of continued to pounce. Just talk about the fight that you guys are willing to have. I know, you played these guys 3 times, and it's not always going to look pretty, so just talk about how they bounce back.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. This is our third team to play for a third time, and none of these have been pretty. Both teams know so much about each other. A big part of our prep is understanding personnel, trying to take someone's strengths away, and and that's what teams are doing to us as well. I thought they made it really hard for Peyton to drive tonight. There were always 2 people on her drives, and you've got to make some adjustments. The next time you play someone, like you play them for a third game, you've got to do a few things differently. But it was kind of messy tonight. We were fully aware of how quickly Utah Tech can get back into a game just with their great three-point shooting and also their transition scoring. And that's what they did multiple times tonight. Got within 4, I think, several times. So really credit them for, maximizing those scoring opportunities.
You talked about, you guys gave up a lead the last time when you played them, and then didn't tonight. They climbed back, but y'all were able to extend it. Talk about the growth that you've seen your team in that kind of field this season.
Yeah, I really want to credit our point guard, Bree Davis. She's in her final stretch of games. She's our only senior this year, and her word that keeps her grounded and focused is gratitude. And there is no way to be as gritty as we need Bree to be if she did not have this great spirit of gratitude. And I think a lot of the success we had tonight was just her being really, grounded and taking care of the ball and making sure her team was where they needed to be. And then we've got, a good junior cast around her that have played a lot of games. I mean, they've experienced a lot together, and they don't get their head down. They don't get too worried. I probably, get more emotional than they do during the game, just, when I feel like we're not playing very well. But they're pretty grounded, and they're just going to continue fighting.
Aaron Woodson, 23-14, 8 fouls drawn, 6 assists. Just what did you see from her tonight?
Yeah, it was just an unbelievable effort by Aaron. In the last few weeks, and I'm not trying to take credit away from Aaron, but the last few weeks, Aaron has been our leading rebounder. And I'm like, why is Aaron our leading rebounder? What is it that she does that everybody else can't do? We've got to get in there and help. And Aaron and Emma have been super consistent about rebounding. I was excited to see Natalia and Peyton get in there and get involved in that. We knew rebounding was going to be a huge key tonight. And, I thought Erin, she's been leading us in that category for sure, but just her toughness, going and getting buckets, getting herself to the free throw line. She's a phenomenal free throw shooter. She did that again tonight. And so really proud of the way she played. I mean, and it wasn't just scoring, like you mentioned, scoring, rebounding, steals, assist. She was just doing a little bit of everything tonight.
And you mentioned Peyton Holt kind of had some defensive attention when she was trying to drive, but she still ended with 16, 7, 6, and 4. What can you say about her resilience?
Yeah, I mean, Peyton's just a really good player, and she's one of our better on-ball defenders. She is lengthy. She forces turnovers. She gets steals. So she's not just a scoring threat. And like I said, I was really proud she got so involved in rebounding tonight.
I want to know what you think defensively. Obviously, they have 4 folks that were in double digits. And I know you guys held Borden pretty well in the first half, and the second half she went off. So just what you see defensively, were you happy, disappointed?
No, I was not very happy with our defense tonight. Not full court, not half court. I felt like we gave up a lot of easy buckets. We gave up a lot of drives that there was not really a reason to give up the drive. And against a team that shoots threes well, and we do the same thing. We try to drive, beat our primary defender, get someone to help, and then you kick to that girl for a wide open shot. And I just felt like we got beat too much on drives tonight, and then got hung up on a lot of screens that led to wide open three-point shots for them. So I was not pleased with our defensive effort. We talked about it at halftime. It didn't really get any better. And so, we've got to figure out how to get back to, playing good defense.
You had the sweep tonight of Utah Tech. Now you have a chance to go win the series against Utah Valley on Saturday. What does it take to kind of flip the script and go get that one?
Yeah, Utah Tech and Utah Valley are completely different. The game plan is so different. So we really celebrate this win, ask our players to purge it before tomorrow. They'll have the scout on their phones by 8 a.m. and start studying that, and, just get ready to do what we need to do against Utah Valley. Excited we get to play them at home again. We played really well at home against them the last time, but everybody's in a fight right now. Everybody's fighting for seeding in the conference tournament, for finishing with some momentum, and so it's going to be a battle, just like what we saw today. And so we've got to be really smart with our players as far as recovery and just not wearing them out in practice tomorrow. So we've got legs under us on Saturday.
Have the scouts gotten a little bit easier as you've done the second and third time for each team?
Everybody's adding new quick hitters, but personnel is pretty much the same. We watch a lot of personnel film, and we watch a lot of what people had success, against us in the first 2 times we played them. But I think just understanding personnel and trying to take away some of their strengths is the biggest thing. We're not seeing huge changes in what people are doing. Utah Tech doesn't play a lot of zone, but the last time we played them, they zoned us a lot, so we were prepared for that. And so, yeah, it's been fun. There's some strategy with it. We add 1 or 2 quick hitters every week just to have some new things to pull out, and we called a couple of new things today that we had success on. And so, when you're doing a scout for the 3rd time, you do need to watch, their last 5 games and see if they've put something in there, since you played them last. But I feel like personnel has stayed pretty much the same.
You mentioned, or after you.
Y'all had 24 free throws, y'all made 19 versus their 8. How big was it for y'all to be aggressive and get to the line tonight?
Yeah, it was huge. We outscored them 11 on the free throw line, and that was a big part of our success tonight, was to be able to get to the free throw line. And, credit our players for being really tough. We got there a lot in the paint when we got offensive rebounds, or we were going up, driving in for layups. And so proud of our players for being really aggressive with that and getting to the line, knocking those down.
The past month has kind of been the Peyton whole show to an extent. Tonight you have 4 scores in double figures. As a coach, do you like to see a more well-rounded effort like that?
I don't mind when Peyton scores 30. I don't mind that at all, but it is good when you've got 4 people in double digits. I mean, that, spreading the scoring out just makes it really difficult to defend when you have that many players that are scoring well.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank y'all.